I have come to Davos, Switzerland from New Delhi, and temperature here is minus 15 degrees. Many parts of Europe are covered under thick blanket of snow. My friend Johan braved the cold and went back to his hometown in Sweden and found a great pad for aviation lovers.
Luleå, a city on the coast of northern Sweden. A city that I grew up in. I made India my home for the last 3 years, but I recently went to Sweden to visit my family.
I am in my hometown Luleå, which is about 2 hours drive away from the Arctic Circle. Right now it's minus 25 degrees Celsius. It's absolutely freezing, but there's nothing stopping the Swedish spirit of getting outdoors for a bit of exercising, even in these temperatures.
I braved the chill for a flight around my hometown with my uncle, who happens to have a private pilot license for a Cessna. That had to be the highlight of the entire trip for me. On the way back to New Delhi, I had a layover in Stockholm and decided to use the time to go and see a pretty unique hotel.
Sawadee-krab!
Have you ever seen the cockpit of a jumbo jet up close? What about sleeping in one? The Jumbo Stay Hotel is located inside a Boeing 747 aircraft. The retired plane was stripped of its 450 seats and the raw space was converted into 33 rooms. All the 4 engines were also converted into rooms. The more spacious cockpit suite is located on the upper deck and is one of the 2 rooms that has its own shower and toilet.
Very easy for me to have a shower here. I'm still 6'5", but it's just probably barely that I would be able to. So in the middle of the suite, it's just about enough height, but it is such a different experience that I think it's kind of worth it anyways. All of this is also included in taking the cockpit suite. This giant kind of conference room or lounge area, as well as the outside terrace.
Guests staying in most other rooms need to use shared facilities.
And where all of them they're still open to play around with. It's a rather unique experience. It's like a giant toy.
But before it became a hotel, this aircraft had quite a run in the sky. It was produced for Singapore Airlines in 1976. After serving the Asian carrier for 8 years, it was sold to Pan Am, who flew it for 7 years. Finally, after almost 30 years with multiple airlines all over the world, it was finally time to retire it. Swedish entrepreneur Oscar Diös bought the decommissioned plane, moved it to Arlanda and spent $2 million to convert it into a lodging. He opened the doors to customers a decade ago. Some visitors just come to visit this cafe located in the front of the plane to experience the Swedish tradition of fika, a coffee break which is accompanied by both sweet and savory treats. One of the wings has been converted into a terrace, and thankfully there are handrails on both sides to avoid guests sliding off. It might be nice in the summer, but with these temperatures, it's more inviting to stay inside.
This is the Jumbo Stay Lounge, which is a part of the cockpit suite. So if you rent the topmost floor in the Jumbo Jet, you get the cockpit, you get this giant lounge, and you get your own private terrace outside right now in the winter and cold.
Although the cockpit suite is certainly the highlight of this hotel, this room at the very end of the plane, called the Black Box, offers the highest level of comfort and is their largest room. All the jetliner guests have access to wireless broadband. It's less than 2 kilometers away from the Arlanda airport, and there are buses to transfer passengers to and fro. So if you are an aviation enthusiast and find yourself in Stockholm, I think it's a wonderful opportunity to spend a night aboard one of the most iconic planes in history.